the vibe.
I feel the vibe.
You dey feel the vibe.
I feel the vibe.
Okay, it's the Jesus vibe over here on Christian Trends, your most edifying gospel-based entertainment show right here on Pent TV, where it's all about Jesus. I like that song so much. Last, every one of us will be fine. As for the challenges, the Savior didn't tell us it will be smooth, so the challenges will come, but at the end of the day, He will sort you. So be relaxed, cry. Don't be bothered about anything at all. Now, right about now, we're going to get into the discussion using theater to educate society on good morals. And I have my guests here with me. I've got Evelyn Nana Ama Asare and also Kwachi Mensa. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, when it comes to the tree name, I'm number 9, proudly number 9. So the tree names, I'm always meddling them. But this one I did well, right?
Oh, you did quite well.
I did well. All right, but the first name?
My first name is Archibald.
Archibald, all right. So I have Evelyn and I have Archibald here. You're welcome once again. How do you feel to be here? You like the vibe here?
Oh, I did feel the vibe.
You did feel the vibe.
I did feel the vibe.
You did feel the vibe.
I did feel the vibe.
All right, let's talk about morality in our society first of all. When we were growing up, morality was a big deal. Is it still the same? Let me start with the gentleman. Always they say ladies first.
Yeah,
Let me start with the gentleman.
I don't know if RME is still being taught in our schools, but growing up, we were taught RME to respect, to get up when there's an elderly person standing and all that. But now the agenda is focused on, you know your rights, you are more human than the other person, self-worth and all that.
Yeah.
And they've been blown out of proportion. So for me personally, I feel morality is on the low in our current dispensation.
How about you, Evelyn? The way you are smiling.
Well, yes, unfortunately, morality is on the low. We have a lot of, the youth, they're straying away. But I'll say there's still that small sect that are still keeping the faith, that are still, deep in morality. And I think that's something that is worth noting. That's a good thing for us because we have a bright future as Christians. And I think we shouldn't totally condemn, the whole group, that they are all straying away from morality.
Yeah.
But we can say that there's hope. I have faith. Faith.
When you say the whole group, I guess the Gen Zs is what you're talking about.
Of course.
It's always them that comes up when we talk about morality, respect, and all of that, because it looks as if they are in a carefree kind of generation. They're in a different world, and sometimes you pause and you're like, really? You couldn't do this during my time. What are you doing? But I like what you said. There is still hope because I'm seeing a lot of young people who are eager for God. And once you're in the presence of God, all those things are also checked. So, yes, I agree with you. Definitely, there will be hope. Now, why teach moral values with theater and stage play? Let me start with you before I come to you.
Okay, so you see, there are different forms of learning. There are visual, learners. There are people who learn by seeing. There are the people who learn by reading. There are those who also learn by, taking part in an action.
True.
So that's one. We want to reach out to all types of learners. My sister here, she's an author, so she reaches out, to those who read, and with the theater too, we are reaching out to the visual learners as well. And also, it is very biblical to, reach out through arts. This morning I was reading Isaiah chapter 12, and God asked Isaiah to act out a message. And I was expecting it to end there. Isaiah chapter 20, sorry. I was expecting it to end there, but when you read Ezekiel chapter 12, God tells Ezekiel to also act out a message. So acting it's very biblical to portray what God is telling His people. So when we use theater, we are trying to just prophesy to the acts. And as well, in our secular world, we have what's called the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. So goal number 4 is quality education. So through arts, we are able to portray to our peers, we're able to portray to those coming behind us that this is the moral lesson, or this is something to be learned that you should pick up.
Okay. Now I'm going to engage you more because I can see you're the author, you're behind the stage play and all that. How did all of this start for you?
So it started from class 5.
Class 5.
Yes, primary school.
Wow.
Yes, I attended sub school. Yes,
Okay.
I'm a proud Sapian.
Ish.
And I'd say that I was a girl guide. I was a guide.
Okay.
And we had this camp. So we were told to do something we love to do. And I said, why don't I do a play on examination or practice? Interesting. And then we did it. I wrote it. I got some of the guides to join me when we went for camping at Achimota.
You wrote the script yourself?
Wrote the script. That was the first
Class
time I
5.
started writing.
Wow.
And then I shared it for them. I brought some of my clothes, like for the costume.
Yeah.
I was excited, and we did
tell.
it, and it went well. And I said, oh, this is me, because I do it so easily, and it comes in naturally. I don't have to stress about it. If I'm writing, I'm in the zone, like I'm in the spirit, like, you know.
The pen just keeps going
it just
like that.
keeps going, and I feel that for every writer, there's a message that God wants you to bring to society. And that is why he gives you that talent. So for me, going beyond writing, delving into theater, acting on stage, adding the set and all those, you know, razzmatazz, it tells me that God has a purpose for my life. He has a vision and a plan, and through me, he's going to impact nations.
Yes.
So for me, that's the motivating factor. That's my muse. The fact that God is behind me, I get backing, and he's taking me to a place to make an impact in the lives of future leaders.
And all we're about is making impact.
Yes.
And I like the angle you're coming from, because as youth, sometimes we get the message more when it's like a print. When it's acted, that's an image in your mind. Mere words, sometimes they're scrolling, so they're not going to pay attention. But when you're acting it out, I'm sure they'll keep that in mind. But I'm happy that right from class 5, you wanted to do it for God. Because we have a lot of people who write scripts.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going.
Yes,
we have a lot
I
of
know.
people who write scripts, and most of the scripts, well, it's to get money. Let's see what the trend is. We write a script around it. We come up with a movie or a stage play. People are going to love it, and it's all for the money. Why did you decide that you are a good writer, but then you're going to do it for God?
Yeah, so I don't want to, let me say my parents, the upbringing is also part of it, and I'm a member of the Church of Pentecost. So I'm ingrained in the whole spirituality and good morals. My mom is a teacher, and my dad is also literally like a teacher. So both of them, they are very, very strict. Very, very strict with us, and they always, you know, encourage us to do better in anything that we do.
Yeah.
So for me, I think from that angle, that's where it came from. And I'm really passionate about children, teaching kids using theater. Because in our dispensation, what we normally do is that we have the pen, book, textbook, and then you have to memorize all those things into your head and go and write exams at the end of the day. But with theater, it's more liberal, it's more liberated, and you are involved in the process. So you don't just watch it, you know, you feel part of it, because whenever you watch something played out before you, it's like watching a movie, right? When you watch a movie and all the things that go on during the movie, you relate. It relates to you, and then it registers even easily in your memory. For the visual learners especially.
We have people who even take it to their dreams.
Exactly. So that is why I believe that drama in education is, you know, is one of the best ways to educate. And also coming to the Sustainable Development Goals. I mean, these are the global goals that have been set out by the UN for various nations to achieve. And we are looking at achieving SDG 4, quality education, through theater. So it's not just about the normal trend, because in Ghana, that's the normal thing.
I tell you.
But we are trying to break that chain, break that bridge, and allow for more liberalization, allow for children to have that imaginative eye. Because when you become innovative, you become creative, there's no more a box. You know, they say think outside the box.
Yes.
There's no box again. You are just free to think and free to make the impact.
Wow. Can I get mom and dad's name? I would like to give them a shout out.
Oh, wow.
Because I am very happy when I see parents who have raised children that are thinking like this, because we don't get it all the time. Sometimes you see some children, you wonder, were you trained at all? So if we have people like you, I mean, let's give some shout out to mom and dad. So please do that for me.
Definitely, please. My dad is Mr. Simon Asare, and my mom is Mrs. Emilia Asare.
Okay, shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Asare. Thank you so much for what we have here, and I'm sure she's impacting a lot of the young ones. Now, when I deduce what you were saying, your target audience is the youth, is the younger people. What age are we looking at?
So for me, I work with all ages.
Okay.
when there's a restriction, I let them know. So for last year, we had What Mommy Doesn't Know, which is one of my books.
It was very interesting when I saw the title of the
title.
play you sent me, What Mommy Doesn't Know. And I always like to know the background. Why that title?
Yeah, because there are a lot of things that young people are doing today, and mommy
Their
doesn't
parents
know, daddy doesn't know, guardians do not know, and they can't open up to them because of the circle that has been created, the kind of society that has been created. You live in a close-knit group, and you are scared to come out to say certain things. So what Mommy Doesn't Know is that kind of book for those kind of people. So that's why I decided, look, we are putting it on stage because there's drama in the book, but a play comes to life when you put it on stage. And through that play, I mean, it was impactful. The students who came, they were opening up. They said, okay, I'm going to learn to open up to my parents, because there are some parents, you know, we have busy schedules. We are all trying to make a living, and we have other things in our lives. Yes. So because of that, you have a parent who is very busy.
Yeah.
You have a parent who doesn't have time. So the child has to go the extra mile to be willing to open up.
Yeah.
Because mommy can ask you, how was your day at school today? And then the little you say she's done because she has to do something else. But when the child is prompted that your decisions have an impact on your life, then the child now starts thinking that, okay, when mommy asks me, how's my day going? I should be able to tell her that, oh, my day went like this, today was good, today, yes, you should be able to do that. So for me, that was the angle, and I think we are pushing hard. We are coming with the exam now, and I know you'll be coming to that soon.
Yes, I'll come.
So let me just keep it under wraps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't rush me. I don't like that.
No
All right.
spoilers.
No. I'm sure you're part of the whole production team and all of that. How difficult is it to actually have a stage play come out at the end of the day?
Well, stage plays, as you mentioned, can be quite challenging. I wouldn't say difficult, but challenging, because working with people is not easy. Bringing people's, timeline to align to time of rehearsal is very tough. It's very
Tell me
challenging.
about it.
Yes, you have the latecomers, you have those who promise you that they will be there and they are on their way, and they'll finally call you that, oh, sorry, I can't make it. You have those who are also eager to, do it. They are there, but, at the end of the day, you don't see what you are looking for in them. You understand? And you just have to, try and find a way around it. And in terms of even the stage management, getting the props, everything for different people, it can be very tough sometimes.
Okay, I'll come back to you and ask how you pay them and all of that. But before that, I've got some messages here, so I'll read the messages and then we'll go for the video, What Mommy Doesn't Know. We'll play just excerpts of that so we see what we are really talking about. This is from Clicklog Culture inside Cape Poly, watching you guys live, and Khaled. As for me, I am the Uber type. It's Uber, sorry, I'll pay Uber. Anyway, that's in relation to the video, the social media videos we aired today. You can also send in your messages at the appropriate time. I'll definitely read them all for you. And the number 050-7788-464, or you leave us a comment on Facebook at Pent TV GH or COPHQ. We have an app, right? So Pent TV app, you can also watch us live there. It's entertaining. And if you've got any question about theater or stage play, come on, just send that question and I'll ask them and they'll definitely give us a reply. So What Mommy Doesn't Know is a video we are going to be playing soon. If you're ready, we can go with it, but we want to go for that video, and then when we come back, we'll talk more here in the studio.
In the lower abdomen, so severe that she fainted, and so she was rushed to the hospital. When she woke up, the doctor told her that she had a serious infection in her womb, and so it had to be taken out. He stated that the abortion she did years ago wasn't well done, and so it had damaged her womb severely. It was devastated. She was so ashamed to look at her mother when she came to the ward later. She just didn't know. She didn't know her daughter anymore.
I love you. And I'll miss you. Mommy, you are always the best. You always put a smile on my face. You were always at the top of your class. He was the best student. Oh, but what mommy doesn't know is that money is not everything. If only I had paid physical attention to you. If only I had held you closer. If only I had encouraged you to open up to me. How coming down the hill.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's just essence of what mommy doesn't know. And I'm sure that's the latter part of the whole drama. But you know what? I'll tell you their YouTube channel so you can go and watch the entire thing and even share it with your children at home so they can know when to actually communicate with you. Because sometimes all they need is 5 minutes of your time and they will do that. But I picked one thing. She said, if only mommy knew money wasn't everything.
Yes.
How did she get there?
So with what mommy doesn't know, with the story, she's a single mother.
Okay.
And she has to make ends meet. And that is one of the states in our current dispensation,
Yeah.
even with both parents present. Everyone is trying to make ends meet, to cater for their family. So in that space of focusing on work, focusing on all the things she has to deal with, she forgot about her son. Even though he was there, she constantly checked with him. But you know, there's something called peer pressure.
Yes.
And how peer pressure works. Oh, peer pressure is a
PP.
powerful thing. It's so powerful. So because of peer pressure, he started leaning towards friends. And with what mommy doesn't know, what's interesting is that she actually brought someone to take care of him, which is Isaac, to cater for him when she's not at home, to bring him back from school. And unfortunately for her, Isaac was a wolf in sheep's clothing.
goodness.
And that is the situation in most homes
Yeah.
nowadays. You trust your child in the hands of someone, but do you really know this person? And do you really know your child? Because knowing your child is the key to knowing how well your child is being taken care of. If you rely on someone to care for your child, then the onus lies on you to make sure that you cater for the child, to
Yeah.
make sure that you make provision for your child and then interact with the child. So the child will let you know what is happening. And that was what was missing with Kwame in the
Yeah.
story. So Asabia was she was so downhearted. She couldn't believe that Kwame had left her because of the things she didn't know.
Well, research shows that when you look at the number of children who've been molested and abused, most of the time, the people our parents trusted, their family members, their friends, and people that they really thought that they were good people. So it's very important that you get to know whoever you're leaving your child in hands with. Now, I want to come back to you and ask again, when it comes to the production, do you pay the people? Do you pay those who play the who actually acts the play?
Okay, so you know, Bible says that the way or what a man's talent is what is going to put food on his table. So yes, we have to find ways and means to compensate for all the time and energy
Okay.
spent, and so that's why we always look up to sponsorship and selling tickets,
Okay.
because our main goal is to send the message across, but you know, it comes at an expense. It comes, you know, at people's time,
Yeah.
you know, being spent and all that. So
And time is money.
exactly, time is money, you know. And some of the actors, they are not just students. Even if the person is a student, he
Of
needs
course,
that
some motivation over there.
exactly. And even with the professionals, they need, you know,
Yeah.
something to, you know, get by. So at least that is also a factor. to
Okay,
consider.
we have another stage play coming up. Tell us a bit about it before I go to Madame.
Madam, yeah. So the exam it's a relatable play that is to teach us that, you know, your integrity, the way you were brought up, you shouldn't throw it away just because you are desperate to pass an exam. Back in school, we used to say the exam will last for one day, but you know, your integrity or whatever will be lost for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And you know, just as they say, trials and tribulation on the fire, that is what proves the metal. Sometimes these situations prove or they test our Christian lives. You you can't stand in front of people, preach to them, and do all the osofumami, osofumapa things, and then you'll be asking question one. You'll be disgracing God.
You're embarrassing God.
Exactly. How can you have Holy Spirit in you and
you're
you act
cheating.
exactly? So that's the whole purpose of this exam. It's an educative comedy show. You understand?
Okay.
So that people will learn as they are laughing. And it's very relatable. We've all written exam at
Yeah.
one point or another. Some of us are still writing. Some of us still have some ahead of us. So I would encourage everybody to make it to the show.
Madam Evelyn,
Yes, please.
is this what you did right in class 5?
It's
Or
just
that was a foundation?
that was the foundation.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because it was also on exam more
Yes.
practice. Okay.
Yes. So even when I set out to write the script, when I started writing, I said, "Yo, I've done this before," and I remembered
Yeah.
class 5, and I said, "Okay, we are taking it on stage." So no one should miss it, for real. This is like a must-watch play. And for the students coming, we've invited various schools. So
Great.
if you're watching and you're from a school, you know, you are a teacher, you're watching, you're interested, please come with your students. You are all invited, and we're going to have a separate session for the students in the morning. So we are going to have a morning show where we'll have the students coming, a
Okay.
special show for the students, and we are catering for them for that. So if you are watching your institution, please reach out to us. I am sure you can see our numbers on the screen.
Yeah.
Reach out to us, and please, we'll put you on, because we are
In
ready
fact,
to impact
don't
your
worry, I'll
students.
actually take the number and I'll make sure I mention it even when I'm signing out. But let's go for this video so you have a glimpse of what we're talking about. And then when we come back, we'll talk about the tickets and other stuff.
Jesus is Lord.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one. How much are tickets selling? Who's going to handle that? I don't even know who to ask. Let me go to Evelyn.
Yes, so the tickets are going for 30 CDs for
Oh,
single.
30 Ghana.
Yes, just 30 CDs for single, and for double is 50 CDs. So you can grab
There's some
your
discounts
friends,
in there.
You see?
Yes.
So come with your friends,
Yeah.
your family. Hey, please come and watch the exam.
Exactly. And I know some people are, okay, I think BEC is done.
Yes.
But we know WASI is going to be starting very
Exactly.
soon. So this is an opportunity to come with your children. If they are two, I mean, you're going to get it for 50 cedis. If it's just one, it's just 30 Ghana cedis. How much did you buy a bundle today? We all know that answer. So it's not expensive at all. And where is it happening?
At the National Theatre.
The National
Yes,
Theatre.
Folks Place.
Okay.
Yes.
The date, I know, is 30th.
30th August.
Time.
So for the morning show, it will be around 8:30 in the morning, between 8 to 9. And
Okay.
then for the evening show, it's starting at 7 p.m.
PM. Okay. So there you have all the information. Any other information I haven't asked?
Yes,
Madam Evelyn?
we are open to sponsorships. We are open to collaborations.
Yeah.
If you're interested in being part of this wonderful project, especially for the young students who are coming to watch the play, they should please reach out to us. We have open arms, and I'm really someone who is passionate about collaborations, because it really helps to push
Yeah.
the message out there.
Okay, now what number can we reach you on?
Yes.
Or where can we find you on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok? Which one? Snapchat.
Ish,
Let's go.
a lot. So for almost all social media at Evelyn the Piper. Yeah,
Evelyn the Piper. Okay.
At Evelyn
Is there any
the Piper.
underscore anywhere?
No underscore.
Okay.
Evelyn, the THE, and then Piper, PIPER.
Okay.
Yeah, so simple at Evelyn the Piper.
Is that number we can reach you on?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So if for tickets, for enquiries, for sponsorship, you can reach us on 024-294-5420 or 057-341-6811.
05.
057-341-6811.
6811.
Yes.
Okay. Once I'm signing out, I'll definitely remind you of the number as well. Any final words, any shout outs before I let you go?
Okay, so for me, I'd like to say hi to all my friends and loved ones. My friends at GTI, I say hello. My friends at Hag Hospital, I say hello. And also, if you have an exam coming up, just trust in the Lord, and the Lord is going to be your strength in that examination.
Okay, learn and trust in the Lord. Before I go to Evelyn, let me read this message. E.L. Dumelo, the exam stage play promo video editor, watching the show live from Tema. Nice appearance, Mrs. Evelyn. 30th August will be mega inside National Theatre. Come, let's educate and laugh to reduce stress. Shout out to Fred, the serious teacher. This one also says, hello, good morning, Etonam. You look stunning this morning. I feel all the vibe rough and I'm learning a lot. My very regards to the production team. I'm Desmond Obing from the Ashanti region, Bekwai area. Thank you so much for your messages. I'll still keep the rest and read them later. But here is where we bring this discussion to an end. I hope I didn't miss anything as I take your final words. If I missed something, just chip it in.
Inside. So yes, as you trust in God to help you to pass your exams, please study hard, learn hard, put in the effort, and God is going to crown it. That's where I'll leave it. So don't miss the show.
Don't miss it at all. It's 30th. Please put that date down. 30 Ghana or 50 Ghana and you're good to go, alone or with your friend. It's time for Artist Profile. Let's go for this song. When we come back, I'll have Safo here with me. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.